What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. So we had our big weekend away a couple of weekends ago now. So big recap for us, Jason and I, just unpacking everything that we learnt and then how we think the principles will apply to personal training businesses. So lots of really valuable stuff that we've taken away, just dipping our toe in with this episode to give you an idea of, I guess, what the next even couple of months of content will look like on the pod. Because we're going to unpack this stuff for you guys because we think it was super valuable and we can take it in, remold it and deliver it back out into be a really practical and useful tool for you as a PT, whether you're gym floor, hybrid coaching, or even starting to expand into a team or maybe even a facility and stuff like that. So yeah, fun episode as always. We do have tickets available for our programming workshop. It's going to be here in Melbourne, out east in Cheltenham on the 24th and 25th of November. We are doing our strength and physique programming workshop. Over 2 days, both models Jason and I have developed over our whole careers really and put a couple of really solid years of development into it, testing it, presented it dozens of times now. It's really refined. We're really, really happy with it. That's why we're going to the live workshops with it. The feedback from the intensive that was the live and interactive, our ability to get round to the tables and help people in the moment and actually make sure that they build the thing, which is what we'll be doing on the day, building programs, learning exercise selection in a really practical environment. So if you haven't got your ticket, make sure you go and do that. They are going to be capped because the room only holds so many people. Ticket prices are only $4.99, which is stupid. Probably should have a 0 on the end of that, but we're not going to. Just come. We'll all be happy. All right, enjoy the episode, and yeah, we'll, as you'll hear in the intro, we'll see you for what might be called Pillow Talk next week. Bye.
When was the last time we podcasted? It was ages ago.
Yeah, ages.
We went to Sydney.
Yeah, so we did the Wednesday
and we podcasted
before
on the Wednesday.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks.
Missed the week we were back.
Yeah, so Tam's got to edit this in a day and a half before we go away.
So it'll be like, all right, 59 minutes, guys. Wrap this up in 60
shut
seconds.
The fuck up.
Because I've never had to crunch before in this line of work.
No. Not either imposed by us or yourself.
No.
Yeah. The next potty,
equal amounts.
the visuals on the next potty are going to be fun.
Oh,
it's if you
I don't even know what the room looks like.
If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channels, both of them right now,
or on Spotify,
I suggest because we have video on there too, don't we?
Yeah, you can subscribe to.
I suggest you do that because
it's just going to be like, so
watch out for the chili link in bio.
It'll be like door tam, and then I'm assuming it'll be like bathroom,
2 beds,
and then 2 beds lined up next to each other and a window.
And that'll be it.
And there's going to be so where the 2 beds are, like they're going to be here, and there's going to be a TV. That's it. Nice and cozy, buddy. Just you and I, mate.
Jason and I have learnt negotiation skills, so we might be able to get some sweets or something.
Nice.
We'll try and ask for an upgrade.
Yeah,
a free one.
I sleep easy. It's fine. It's just the podcast. I just have no idea what it'll look like.
Yeah, it's just 3 of us laying on a bed, trying not to be awkward.
Mate, if we did the potty in Penrith, like, we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the lighting.
It wasn't great lighting.
Nah, when we're drinking the wine and shit. Yeah, not a good shot.
Yeah, still less awkward than 2 of us and Jess in a hotel room. It's still.
Oh yeah,
Penrith is still above that. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
That's it.
Do it for the
do it for the listeners.
Yeah.
Do it for the audience.
Apparently Bryce said we should call the episode Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk. At least he's comfortable with it.
It was a good tick. I was like, okay, he's joking. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're okay. So I've had my... I ran out of Barocca this morning, Jace.
Oh, was it the Barocca from
off. Yeah.
The trip?
Yeah. I'm off today. I'm not my...
Oh, yeah?
Not my vibrant self because I haven't had it.
Gives you back your BB bounce. That's what they say. Eh?
Actually, I am actually a fan. I'm not going to lie. The Hydrolite and a Barocca.
I'm fucking on, like, Huberman.
Yeah.
Step aside. I need your fucking woo-woo morning routine.
Yeah.
Get
This is the answer.
sunlight. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck sunlight. It's overrated. Just have some fucking compressed, like synthetic shit in a glass of water and you'll be fine.
Couple of tabs in some water. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I reckon the hydration thing is most people would be underhydrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like even just trying to use just water alone.
Yeah.
Like that.
Even just like how much you sweat overnight.
Yeah,
like
especially coming into the warmer months.
Yeah.
Coming into warmer months, like there'll be a lot of people like feeling a bit more lethargy just from like being a little bit more dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
especially if you live above the Victorian border, where it's just moist all the time.
Much moist.
Fuck.
Not looking forward to that. It's gonna be warm.
It's gonna be hot this weekend. No, it's only like 28.
Only.
Oh.
Yeah, but like
up there is
bro. It was 37 when we were there.
Yeah, but we were inside for it. We went outside for like an hour because we were in the dungeon.
Yeah,
we weren't allowed out.
Yeah, many chats.
We were trapped for 4 days.
For 48 hours.
Didn't know when our next meal was going to be.
We really didn't.
It was
really
rough. Separated too. It was just.
Yeah,
you got the fucking good seat.
I was on the end.
I got fucking COVID from that motherfucker behind us.
Yeah, it sucks.
I can't believe you didn't get it. It's just proof of concept that we don't actually touch each other.
Yeah,
when
it's
we're
a bit
away.
sad though, really.
Yeah.
I was upset.
Most people are probably like, oh, they don't actually hug each other.
They don't make out. Fuck. My dreams are ruined.
Your wife's like, oh, thank God.
Everyone else is sad.
Yeah. I'm filthy on that. I'm filthy on the seating situation. I was like, of course I get the seat with the dude coughing his guts up behind me for 4 days.
Yeah. Did you get the number of the people next to you or anything? The Perth couple?
I didn't.
Be ashamed to message her and be like, yo.
Yeah. I got the one to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually connected on LinkedIn, Ben.
LinkedIn?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I have a LinkedIn account.
You've done grown up.
I had a LinkedIn account previously from when we did...
I think I have one.
Yeah, we had to do it when we did...
ARPT or something?
No, is it Den?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they told us to do LinkedIn. Yeah. It looks
so
like
we
Facebook.
opened one and walked away.
It looks like Facebook.
Oh, right.
It kind of looks like
I
Facebook.
fucking have no idea. Hey.
Fucking, there's people who like use it like Facebook. They check it,
Dude,
post, comment.
It's
whatever.
got like groups and shit.
Yeah.
I reckon if you're in corporate,
we need to.
Yeah. Well, look, we do. We kind of do. You got to like explain what you do, and then it'll be like.
Have you used?
But
it
the only
before,
thing
Ben?
is, I get a lot of membership consultant emails. Just like no, not in that kind of fitness.
I see. Hey, if you want to come sell shit for us, give 100% commission.
Yeah, but it's easy to connect. So anyway, we connected on LinkedIn.
Yeah, cool. Did you ask if she has COVID?
No, think about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't even think I had it.
Yeah.
I didn't get that sick.
So we need, because the listener has no fucking context.
Yeah.
So we went away.
Yeah.
We obviously flew, and then we spent all weekend in a hotel, like function room, for lack of a better term, like a convention room.
Yeah, it was like a conference. That's an easier way to describe it for people. We're at a business conference.
So then we get home.
Yeah.
Next day, you were like,
I was touch and go on the Sunday. Just didn't tell you.
I see.
And then like was making it very clear not to use anything that you used.
I see.
Oh yeah,
you were on it.
Oh mate, I'm all over
Jason.
it. But I didn't want to tell myself I was getting sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just feel like the scratchy throat.
Yeah.
And I was like.
Yeah, I would have just assumed I was tired anyway at that point. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'll have a good
sleep. But then, it's like we landed and I got home and my body just meant, let's do it.
Laters.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Off to bed you go, sir. But like, I worked every day. I didn't have, because you were like, just rest and whatever. I fucking literally sat at the laptop, the computer every day.
Yeah.
Like I was there for Standout. I was there for Mastermind. Like I was like, oh no, that's sick. Like I can't punch this ticket.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, like 3 weeks ago.
The podcast.
3 weeks ago, I would have been like, oh, I'm sick.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, fuck.
We have too much to do.
Yeah, I was like, just come off the weekend. I'm like, ready to. I'm fucking getting up shadow boxing and shit. Like, ready to take on the fucking world.
Breaking boards.
But yeah, but yeah, and then it was only when Steph got sick, because Steph was sick before I left.
Right.
So I was like, I've just got the shitty cough that she's got. Like it's just like the sailor's cough. It's just real dry. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I've got that. Like you just gave that to me, and then like fuck. It was like Wednesday or Thursday. Steph woke up, and I was like, "Oh wow,
Oh dear.
you're really bad." Oh no, it was like on the weekend. Yeah, she just woke up all of a sudden. I was like,
I think it was Saturday. You messaged me like,
yeah. So she just woke up and she was like horrible, and I was like, "Are you sick again?" And she's just like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then we may have gone out for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Because she was already sick.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, we're going to do a test." And I'm like, "Why would you do that? Like, what's the point?"
Yeah, just don't know.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it doesn't exist anymore. It's like the cold.
Yeah.
Like, and then, like...
I think you just want to know, hey, what it is.
of
So you
course.
put a label on it.
As soon as the solution hit the tester, bang, 2 double lines. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
We had to go to my mum's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my mum was getting married on Sunday. So I was like,
what's the rules now? Do you have to isolate? And
no,
shit?
you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But like, if there's immunocompromised people there, you've got to like do the right thing.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah, it's like the same as having a flu. Like,
my mum's fucking 62
Yeah.
and my uncle's recovering from fucking cancer.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
and then like Stephen's parents are there who are like old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I've got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I did it. And then like the first one, it was like the faintest of lines. And I was like, she's like, you gave it to me. You gave it to me. And I was like...
Maybe you gave it to me.
I was like, I have no other way to explain this.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Like, it was me. And it's like, I gave it to her the first time.
Yeah.
And I don't go anywhere.
You're the one that leaves
She's
the
like,
least.
in education, every single staff member getting sick. Oh, hug this person. We shared this thing. This kid's this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, like, last time we went out for dinner and we went to that nightclub, I
Yeah.
came back and gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then this
Except
time...
me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I got it that
you
time.
got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this time, like, I get it and gave it to her.
So that time, I didn't even know I had it.
Well, that was this time
So
for me.
Yeah, you were like still sick. Like you were like, hey, we can't do this or whatever.
Yeah,
I had nothing, bro. Like I
Oh,
was
really?
like,
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, I think I might have a bit of hay fever.
Yeah.
Oh well. And then you were like, hey, do a test, and I was like, strong positive.
You were just superior human again.
Yeah, just like flex on COVID. Fuck it. So maybe I had it again. I don't know, but
Last time I was like in bed, no energy.
yeah, it fucked you up last time.
Yeah, we so we had curried sausages for dinner one night, and like this is the first time we've eaten them. Right? I'm like, I've been really against the curried sausages. I'm like, this is poor people food.
Poor white people food.
Steph's like, got to try it. So
Yeah, they're fucking delicious.
Look, I actually remember eating it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can taste this.
Yeah.
But then like 2 hours later, I could taste the next meal.
Yeah.
So it was like all my symptoms were real quick, real rapid.
Yep.
So yeah,
Just to interject, curried sausages with kangaroo sausages. They're super lean, high protein. Not bad.
I feel like curried sausages would have been nicer with like meatballs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like
Like a lean mince.
because it's the casing of the sausage that doesn't do it for me.
Gotcha.
Because slice them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that texture.
Fair.
Yeah, so if you had a meatball but you
Yeah.
had everything else the same,
Yeah.
I actually think that's a go-to.
That's
meal.
pretty good macro friendliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the rotation now. I gave it the tick of approval.
Wonder if there's a thermo recipe for it.
I'd say there would be. There's easy I just bought the sauce and just poured it over.
So I've had those panko fucking crumbed
Yeah,
chicken breast
every night
for at least 12, if not 16 weeks.
That's fucking commitment. When you said that, you're like, we eat that every night. I was like, that fucking would not fly at my house. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like I have to rotate the dinner. That is a must.
So the only food Amy's like symptomatic with is undercooked chicken.
Yeah.
And we've had the conversation of like what we believe undercooked and what is good is.
You gotta test the boundaries.
So the way around it, cook the 2 schnitzels, and then all the thinner part of the schnitzel, she gets all of that, and then I keep both thick parts.
Oh, you cut we do that.
Yeah, so then she gets the well cooked part, I get the juicy part.
I'll do that with steak.
Happy.
We slice it up.
Yeah.
And then I give her the outside.
The ends. Yeah.
You can have the shit part.
Yeah.
Which she wants.
But yeah, now she's just like this week she switched to they do beef ones as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, they're actually goated.
Yeah. She only eats like 3/4, so I get a quarter of beef in mine as well.
Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I accidentally picked them up thinking they were chicken.
Yeah, weren't mad though.
And then we both looked at each other like, these are really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ate a bit too much red meat though, so I've got to like.
So Amy needs more red meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's crazy, bro. Your blood volume doubles.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So you need
double. Well,
everything,
not double, but
like 4 to 5 liters of water.
Eating for two, man.
All of the iron. So
it's hard to when you think about it like that to not get it in your head that you have to eat for two. It's just like you just need the nutrients for two, not the calories.
Correct. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about I'm fit, but I've seen a different side of my wife the last 6 weeks, and I'm very fucking impressed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Good on her
in the gym. I actually looked at photos yesterday.
Fuck, that's mad.
Like her face is actually lost.
Yeah, it's good
in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's gross.
Just wild.
Yeah, it's mean.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, I guess it's like, hey, no drugs, no hospital. Just you have to be fit or else.
Viking lady. Viking birth.
Yeah. So
that's it. She said she wanted to be a Viking.
This is your time.
I can be a Viking. Let's see about that.
We'll find out. Let's go. So the weekend, let's start with all the shit parts because they're funny. Look, I've been reflecting on this, right?
Like how much detail are we going?
Well, it's up to you because I know there's stuff you don't want other people to know. But
what do you mean?
I thought there was like things that you were like, I'm never telling anyone this happened.
Oh no, but like we had some pretty fucking toxic conversations.
Well, yeah, so we're gonna just to highlight that we did, not just what they were. So I've been reflecting on this quite a bit. Yeah. You and I look, I'd like to say we're fairly intelligent.
Yeah.
We're also very direct.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but we had a call with a technology developer, let's call it that, during the week.
Oh, yeah. We ate that dude alive.
This guy was like so... My tone and our facial expressions on the Zoom call were so savage that this guy tried to get off the call. He was just like, oh, okay, so I don't think this is going to work. Yeah. And I was just like, nah, show me this.
Yeah. It probably isn't going to work for you. Let me see that.
Yeah.
When we were at the start, he's like, oh, I thought you guys were like, I thought I said something wrong.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. Because then he showed us a part of it and we were like, fuck, this is so good, man. Yeah. And we're like laughing and shit. He's like, I thought you hated it. Everything about it. I'm like, oh, we're just... No, we're just like
zone. Business mode. It's like, all right, I need to see the thing. Let's do this.
Poor bloke.
Yeah.
RBF, resting business face.
Yeah, it was savage.
Yeah. When you couldn't see the weekly overview, you were just like, so you can't see the weekly overview. Like, because he kind of worked around it and you're like, so you can't see it.
Yeah, well, it's like I asked you a question, bro, and he just talked for 2 minutes.
You fucking...
Can I see it or not?
I was like, ooh. Let's fucking get him. Yeah.
It's been a big couple of weeks, all right?
Yeah. We were very honest, though.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, we would have been polite and it's like, oh, thank you. But it's like, hey, bro, this...
If it does these three things, call me.
Correct. Yeah. Like, how to make your product better.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, though. It's like, we're here to see his product. He shows us the product. And we're like, so this is where it's shit.
Yeah. And if you need some help, just give me a call, bro.
I would fucking put my hand up for that.
Yeah. So anyway, reflecting on the weekend... so in my much younger days, to be clear, I have attended similar events in the MLM space with like laser shows and dancing and all that shit.
I had not.
And it definitely didn't upset me as much then. I was like, it's kind of lame. I feel awkward, but I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
But as you said, we got into some conversations that were usually, if one of us is spiraling, the other one's like, bro, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, but this is the upside.
It was
both of us were just like,
it was a sinking ship. We were both on the Titanic, man. It's like, fuck, we're going down together. Let's do it.
So people have asked me like what I thought of it. My honest opinion is it's the worst workshop event I've ever been to, but the best content I've ever paid for.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've never been to one of those, so I can't sit here and say it was the worst, but the content is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. All of them you go to, like anyone who's been to like Tony Robbins or anything like that, like, and people are into that shit. It's just not us.
Yeah.
So
we're too like it's the logic thing all over again.
Yeah,
it's like there's so much.
And it was like that. You were saying.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's so over the top.
I can karate chop a piece of wood, bro. I actually did it, and I had a little bruise on my hand.
Yeah. So like literally,
because I was
every segment over the 4 days. So there was like 3 segments a day, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Depending if we got to eat or not.
It was like a spiritual activity.
No, it was like you had to dance, and then like
that was too
chant
repetitive.
Yes, and then you had to like high five half the room.
Yeah. So every time we had a break and we come back, we had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like again. I'm way too intelligent and I'm way too logical. And it's like, there was this story about like, are we going here? Are we doing it?
Whatever.
Yeah. So there was this story like he was saying like he didn't like the fact that like when his daughter went to kindergarten that she'd like have to line up and sing this song, and do this thing. And he's like, oh, it's brainwashing people, and rah rah. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here? This is the same, bro. Yeah. It's manipulation across like a large group of people. Like you're doing the exact same thing at a small level.
It was just like group hypnosis. And then every now and then he'd be like, I just really like people who know who they are. So Jason and I just fucking hung on to that all weekend and was just like, well, this is not who I am.
It's like, I don't like touching people. I'll high five like 50 strangers. Fuck
so
that.
I think it was the Sunday morning.
Yeah.
They did like this recap video, like a promo vid for the whole weekend so far.
They filmed it.
Yeah.
Oh, but mate,
it was like
production was.
It was actually awesome. It was really well
done. The production was. You would have liked it, Tim.
Yeah.
The technology in the room was fucking top notch.
So it's like so the first day was mindset day or whatever it was called.
Breakthrough day,
because we had to break a board.
We had to break through it.
So it was all mindset shit. Second day was about money. Third day was about scaling, and then fourth day was like own heaps of shit and
build
work in none of
build your empire. Yeah.
So fifth day it shows this whole like thing of like how the event's gone so far, and like some people are going to listen to this and be like, "What a dick!" I'm so proud of it. So proud of it. They show this whole thing, like people karate chopping, people chanting, the main guys on stage with fucking fireworks and like fist pumping and shit, and the whole crowd's like going off. So there's a video of everyone cheering and me just like powerlifter strolling along the back of the room, just leaving.
As far away from like everyone as possible. People like dancing and shit. Yeah, it was full on.
Yeah, it was very good. I was very proud of myself.
Were you like, can you send that to me?
Yeah, because this is not who I am. So I thought what would be more useful than us just ragging on the woo part of it, because it was actually fucking good. And what we've done already since, it's pretty exciting, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
Yeah.
Day 1, breakthrough day. It seems a long time ago now. My brain's like, what did we do?
Start at 11, finish at 10.
Yeah.
One break, 20 minutes to get food. That was it.
Yeah, it was tough.
It's the malnourishment that has scarred my soul.
And we brought snacks. Imagine all the people that weren't prepared.
Yeah.
And they separated us, which was interesting.
So that I think that increased the salt because they lied to us.
Yeah.
Because they said it was to increase the experience.
Yeah.
And they strategically put us in places. And I sat next to like 4 people who didn't have a business.
Yeah. And I sat next to a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah. So
literally,
we were
on an
like,
aisle and a 15-year-old whose parents had a business.
Like that's going to really increase the experience for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just started walking over to Ben, just talking to him. I'm like,
sup.
Yeah. Every activity, I'm like, all right, so we should do this.
Yeah. So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, head to stcfitlearning.com, head to programs, and all the details are there, and you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. So what do you remember being your takeaways from the breakthrough stuff? Because I think as much as it was like... if you're not watching the video and you're on Spotify, unlock your phone, rewind at 30 seconds.
The technique is just you got to turn your hips and you got to hit with this bit then, right there.
The meaty part.
Draw across.
That's it.
Yeah. But it was kind of interesting because we've even said like getting exposure to people at different levels changes the way you see and look at things.
100%.
Like we've said a couple of times on the podcast, like money's not real.
Yeah.
When you start talking to and with people at that level, you're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like as drawn out as the stories were, like the construct part of it was pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can create like you can remove a barrier or put one in front of you just on how you construct something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like we do that subconsciously. You know, like when I was writing on this board, I was like we had to write all of the things that are getting in the way.
Yeah.
And like 10 years ago, I would have just lied to myself.
Yeah.
I would have just been like, I'm too immature to address these.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm here. I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm going all in on this.
Yeah.
You know? And I was writing down on this fucking board and I was like, whoa, this is fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Like heavy. And I was like, well, if I think of this stuff about what's getting in the way, because it's all about me.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, well, what am I constructing on, like, what can be potentially done?
Limits.
Yeah, like, you know, there's, say, like 2 weeks ago, if you said, we're going to do all of this stuff that we've done in the last week.
Yeah.
I would have been like, can't do that. Like, it can't be done.
Yeah.
And
you would have just been like, okay, and then waited for me to do it, and then be like, oh,
well,
you did do
yeah,
it.
yeah, like, oh, this guy fucking is talking absolute smack. Yeah, and even like there's just a couple of like when you're just like, oh, you can't do that, or that's stupid, or this can't be done. It's like that's to me, that's your voice. That's that voice in the back of your head that you've constructed over like years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Based off your self belief, your experiences, like the way you were raised and everything. Just going, no, it can't be done.
Yeah.
Or like it can't be done for a person like me.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, I've told myself and I've put myself in this box. And like, I've tried to push through. Like, but there's just so much more that can be done.
Yeah.
And it's all based on, but it can only be done if you actually believe it can be done.
Yeah. I think the experience for me was inside our group, my circle, our community. I'm like the ideas guy.
Yeah.
Like you see the thing and all of that. So then I was like, I'm kind of confident that like that I can do that.
Yeah, you can hang.
And then I was like, but nah.
Yeah.
And then there was like even a little bit of guilt of like, fuck, like how much of my, and this is like for anyone who wants to build a team at any point, how much of my own limitations has been placed on the business growth.
Yeah.
At different times, just because what I believed was possible or that I could do or that we could do, that maybe I just like put a ceiling on it. No, like you said, like I can't do that.
Yeah, it can't be done.
That's not real or whatever, or we're not that, so we can't sort of thing. It was like, really, really interesting to unpack that.
Yeah, I came to a point on that first day where I was like, I've probably excelled the most within my family.
Yeah.
I went to school, I finished.
Yeah.
I went to university, I finished.
Yeah.
I've got my own business, I've got a career, I haven't bounced around a job. So I've got the house, I've got the this, the that, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I've gotten to a point where I don't know what else can be done.
Yeah.
Because I've done the most.
Yeah.
In my
that
family.
Environment. Yeah.
So I'm like, hang on a minute. So now I was like, so everything I've done, because I was like, why can I not keep pushing? Like, why do I feel like I'm stuck?
Yeah.
And it's because in my world,
yeah, you don't know. Yeah.
I'm here. And then it's like you can run, like the idea, like what did he say? It's like an ideas versus a commitment or something. So like the idea of running multiple businesses, it's like my subconscious is like, that sounds pretty good. And it excites me.
Yeah.
But the commitment side of me is like, nah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It can't be done, bro. You're just a boy from the hood.
Yeah.
Who's like got out and you got the nice house and the cushy job or your missus has the cushy job and you guys are really comfortable together. I was like, fuck. Like that's the real conversation that I had with myself in that given moment. And it was like deep as.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then we had to share it with someone. I was like, whoa. A total stranger too.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. You are different since we left.
Yeah.
From that day.
Yeah. I cried in front of a stranger, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking cried, Tam.
Yeah.
To a stranger. It was crazy.
Didn't cry at my wedding.
Nah.
I had
an honest conversation with myself to a person.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
Not fucked up. It was valuable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Sounds like you did make a breakthrough then.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I chopped the shit out of that wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy, man.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I did the same. I had Farmer Dave.
Yeah.
Me and Dave were mates by then. So the young kid that was sitting next to me would go home at like 6 o'clock.
Did he live next to you on the farm?
Yeah.
In the country?
Yeah, just around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fucking
Couple of country boys.
northern Queensland or something.
Rubbing shoulders.
Yeah, so even more country because he was like Queensland country.
Yeah.
So it's like proper.
Yeah, his mate.
Yeah.
4X.
Yeah. But he was really sweet. He was really cool.
He was a nice guy.
So yeah, like we both. So this is like what do you reckon? What, 60? 60-year-old man and a 34. I wish I was 32. 34-year-old man, both just like crying over a block of wood to each other.
Yeah.
That we then went and smashed.
Yeah. It was heavy, man.
Yeah.
As soon as I started talking about Steph,
Yeah.
Laters. Couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
Nah. It's just like, don't want to let her down. And I just fucking started.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I had some parent stuff.
Yeah.
And he had some parent stuff. So when I said that, he was like, oh.
Yeah.
So then we both were.
Yeah.
And I had, some stuff on there for Amy as well.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
But it's funny because what I wrote on there, like I said it to her when I got back, she's like, I don't think any of that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's good. I need to have that conversation with you.
Yeah.
Now it's go time.
You feel better, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking on the same topic like last night. I always hesitated. I was like, I don't really know if I want kids.
Yeah.
Because I always thought it'd hold me back.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing of that first day was, I can't remember the word, obligation.
Yeah.
It was like the level of obligation.
Yeah.
Just went.
Yeah.
And it's like my own growth in that period of time has been exponential.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like,
yeah,
the exact opposite of what
I
expected it to do.
Yeah. I struggled with that obligation because I was like, because he was like just relating it back to family and I was like, fuck, man, I don't have that.
My dog's
like obligation to. I was like, I have an obligation to my wife.
Yeah.
But then like I just made that obligation to me.
Yeah.
It's just like be the first one in my family to break the cycle.
Yeah. Which has always been our story too. Like Amy and I have always been like, this is the part in the family tree where it changes. Yeah. That's always been.
Yeah. And it's not like, I don't mean this in a mean way to anybody like it's just awareness, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lack of awareness in a lot of instances means that the next generation just live the life of the current generation.
Yeah.
Right. And you when he said the stories, he's just like, I bet you guys did this, and this. Like when he talked about his childhood, I was like, fuck.
We're the same.
We are the same person. And if you're not aware, you can't change the course, and then you just end up like doing the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to get up, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to buy a dog, I'm going to lease a car, and then I'm going to have a family, and then I'm going to work so much that because I have to support them, and they're going to grow up without parents.
Yeah,
you're being present, and then they're going to get a job and see what.
Yeah,
and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm obviously not going to have that next generation, most likely, but I can break the cycle to affect the ones around me.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, that's what I'm going to do. It's my obligation now.
And like what we do, you're going to affect so many other people as well.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not just like, we're not just us gatekeeping all of this information. Like we're always, everything we've ever done, always we pass on to someone else. That was cool too, that he was just like, while I'm learning, I'm like, I can't wait to teach this.
Yeah.
And we're the same.
Yeah. He said, I'll learn it, make sure it works, and teach people straight away.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's sick. At least.
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, we do the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
So day 2, money.
We didn't talk about the wood.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So on one side we had to write all the things that were holding us back, all our fears.
Correct.
So I wrote all my fears and then all the behaviors that are happening because of those fears.
Yep.
So that was a lot. And then on the other side, it was like our be do have message
What's it going to take?
Who you're going to be.
Mm.
What changes now to get the life you want.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
It was.
That was like the motivation part.
Yeah. We could have broke the wood ourselves, but
could just headbutted it, to be honest.
Yeah. It was funny, like I was like trying to think about how many I could break, and he's like, so I know some of you were thinking about how many of these you could break in a row, and I was just like, fuck, this guy knows me way too much.
Because we are him.
Yeah. I was like, this is pretty flimsy. I could probably get maybe 3.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, it's not about that. I was like, all right.
But can it be?
Yeah.
Just let it be.
Yeah, he's like, think about the words. Don't think about the wood.
Yeah,
And
look,
I
I did not. I was so done by the time it was actually our turn. I was just like, I'm going to break this thing and go home.
Yeah.
I missed
It was like 10:05 at night.
Yeah.
From 11 o'clock start. It was a pretty long day. And we'd had, just like a 20-minute break. So we were done.
Yeah. Yeah.
They hung around afterwards, man. Like, we were dancing and shit. Did you see that on the video? I was like, oh, man, that's commitment.
Bro.
Yeah.
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 So that's day 1. Day 2 was money day. My biggest takeaway from that was the earn versus effect.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So the concept is your goal is to affect your income, not earn it.
Yeah.
So what can you do in a day? So we had to just like reverse engineer how much money we want to make.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change, I think, is like when we did that, we did it on revenue. I think we should have done it on profit.
I think it's easier for him because he's like your margins.
Yeah.
It's like no one knows their margins.
Yeah. So if you're going to do this at home, maybe just like the where we play too, like for personal trainers, it's easier to do it on profit than it is if you run a fucking like.
Yeah, if you're selling,
Farmer Dave was a fencing contractor.
If you're selling if you're on a business sells like multiple products, like your margins are different on every single one. So it's probably going to be fucking hard to.
Yeah, true. I guess in 6 months we'll be like, oh fuck that.
Just do revenue.
Revenue up, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically your revenue divided by how many hours you wanted to work, divided by the weeks in a year, and that would give you a result of what your hourly should be.
Yeah.
And then how can you affect, your hour effective in producing that in your ecosystem?
Yeah. Well, most of the time it was a large amount of money. So the lesson was that you can't make it yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can't make that on your own.
Correct.
So it was you have to affect it. And to affect it means that you have to draw that across multiple people, multiple places.
So to make it relatable for a personal trainer, we're always talking like obviously you need to get those reps on the board and you've got to build that client base, etc. But if you want to affect your weekly income or your yearly income, you probably can't affect it that much more inside a session.
Yeah.
You have to do something else to bring up the value of the session. So it's resources, it's technology, it's whatever else it's events, it's community, it's demand, it's marketing, it's branding, it's all of that stuff that you do to then drive the demand up. The demand goes up, the price goes up, and retention goes up because you're good at what you do. You've affected your ability to make more money for that window of time that you're with someone.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting down, you're like, I need to do social media, and you can't be fucked. It's like, how are you affecting that bottom line? Because you're not affecting it when you're doing face-to-face because you can't make the money you want to make just in the face-to-face environment.
Yeah.
If you're just showing up and doing that, you're capped forever.
Yeah, agreed.
And then obviously, like, that's naturally going to turn into probably online, naturally going to turn into maybe it's education, maybe it's a team, maybe it's a facility, maybe it's products, like whatever. Yeah. Or you do us and all of them.
Yeah.
Whatever it's going to be that you're going to start moving in towards, it's like, how do I affect that hourly more effectively? So online, obviously, a higher driven client, typically higher demand means higher price point. Generally, if you've got it set up well, then the hourly input is less for the same income as well.
Yeah.
So that's how you want to sort of look at that. So that was cool. And I actually look at mine as a day, not an hour. So it's like, did I affect that much revenue in our business today? And that's like my tick or cross for the day now. Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah. Well, last week we affected a lot of hours.
Yeah.
But that was the cool part too. It was like, you can do things now that will affect the hours in like 3 months' time, 6 months' time. Yeah. And because he was like, you can make $80,000 in an hour.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
he's like, that's fucking 3 months done, you know.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see. It was cool to think that way.
Yeah.
And then
we'll probably
that wasn't the pits and piles day, right?
That was scale day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the money day, the revenue streams was good. So it was like, here's all the ways that you. Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
scale day was the best day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, money was a lot more of like your beliefs and stuff around money.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't remember. Like, they're both kind of similar, right?
Yeah. Even that like affecting your hourly thing went for like an hour and a half. We're all standing up.
Yeah.
Because it was. You
had
had to like really believe that you were.
I understand.
Worth it and all that kind of stuff. Which, if 100% agree, like there was some fucking. I thought I wrote down a big number, and there was 10x of my number.
Money was the value day, so it was like, how can you make value?
Yeah.
So it was So it was like, what do you charge? What's your product?
Yeah.
What do you charge? And then it was like,
make it worth 10x.
Yeah. So the first activity was like 4x, I think, and then it was 10. Then it was 10 or whatever. Which our products were already kind of worth that.
When you design, because we did that with Dent.
Correct.
So when you design your business,
we did it
was Kerwin.
Hamozi, we did it with
but I did the 10x with Kerwin. So we've always had that. That's like,
there you go.
Fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We've always had the 10x return on anything you do with us.
Yeah.
That's why the seminars are priced the way they are and all that kind of shit. It's like, will you do 10x on what you pay us for this?
Yeah.
Stand out to price like that, everything is.
Yeah.
So, and now like the last couple of ones we've done, I've put as an extra 0 on it. It's particularly the intensive.
Yeah.
I feel like that was 100x.
Yeah.
Because you could make 50 grand off that so easy.
100%. Yeah.
Anyway, so we basically just sat down and this
it's
again.
Like, where's the value?
How do you affect your hour? It's like, make your shit better.
Yeah.
How do you make what you're giving people worth 10 times what you're charging it?
Yeah.
Because then you can charge more.
Yeah.
And when you've already done that, and then you look at it and say, well, that's worth like $5 grand for standout. Now I need to make it worth 50. Yeah. It's like, but I already have the things.
Yeah.
So that was, it was wild to like even go even deeper, which probably works out for anyone who's going to work with us in the future, because the price is going to be fucking rad.
Yes. Yeah. That was good. But it still gave you, like, even though we'd already done it, it still gave you more ideas to add value.
Yeah.
Like, there's still more.
Yeah.
But there's obviously different, they call them quadrants of like how you add value. Mm-hmm. So you can step things up. We can step things up exponentially from a value perspective, but it probably means we'd have to decide like, well, the price has to go up for that value to multiply. So you've got to invest a little bit. Like, say, I don't know, every dollar you invest for this new value that's going to get accrued into the service, like you'll probably get a 4 times, 5 times on that particular, value quadrant. But
I think one of we've always lent into high effort, high value, because it's like if we do the hard thing, it's really valuable for the client. Yeah. I think the one that stood out to me the most was the low effort, high value.
Yeah, I tried to make sure that everything we did was just stacked in there.
Yeah, and we suck at it.
Maybe for that side of the business we do.
Yeah. So it's just like little stuff like, and this is for trainers as well, like sending birthday cards and thank yous. And like we've done Christmas cards and stuff every now and then, and then sometimes we forget. And just like little touches like that.
100%.
I remember Nexus one day just like, we're like, what's your clothing size? And they just had extra shirts and they just sent it out. And I was like, it was obviously the shirt that didn't sell, like wasn't there.
But it's still
number one seller. But I was like,
it's still a valuable thing.
Yeah. So it's just those little things that I think.
Yeah, I understand. So they sit right at the start of the.
But they make you feel warm and
100%,
like appreciated and all that kind of stuff. And because we are so logic driven and focused, it's like we forget that shit sometimes. Yeah, agreed. Even just like certs for standout. Like, here's a certificate to say you did it. Yeah, I mean, like prescript run, like you get a prescript level 1 framed thing. It's like, that means fucking nothing. Like you put it in your profile and your client's like, I don't know what that is, but cool.
Yeah, it's not internationally.
But as a consumer, it's like, hey, I've got this, and it becomes a bit of a thing. So I think for trainers thinking about that stuff, like knowing if you're like Gym 4 trainer right now, it's like knowing the kids' names and when their birthday is and remembering all that kind of shit. Doing something for birthdays and all that kind of stuff, I think is important. I used to try and put like birthdays through my group all the time.
Yeah.
And then I got like I think I missed one or something.
And then you just can't.
And I was like, fuck, well, if I missed one.
You're playing favourites.
Yeah, and I was like super stressed about it. So that's my anxiety loop. So that was Money Day.
It was.
What's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STC Fit Learning Mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship at stcfitlearning.com. Head to programs and mentorship and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. Then the big one for us more than anything else would have been the scale day for sure. So we basically unpacked 15 revenue streams that are possible within a business.
Yeah.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
So it's like there's 15 different pathways to bringing money into your business. And then obviously not every service business can do it.
Yeah.
Some of it was product-based.
Product-based, yeah.
But then some of it wouldn't work for a product business.
Yeah, because it was, service-based.
Yeah. I think I identified about 7.
I think I had 8 for, 7 or 8 for fitness. I think. Unless you probably needed brick and mortar.
To expand more,
To then go product.
Yeah.
Like extensive product.
Yeah.
So when you have brick and mortar, you could almost do all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we even accidentally built an equipment business, I think, somehow.
Yeah, we did a lot of things. Yeah. Spitball.
Yeah. So that was really cool, and I think that's going to be something, all of the stuff we're talking about today is probably stuff that we'll teach in the future at a personal trainer level. Like how do you take doing 30 sessions to expanding it to like, okay, so is your 30 sessions systemized enough that you can go online? Then can I buy an entry level product? Like we already teach the tiers, like the tier 1, 2, and 3 products. Now we can be like, and then add this, and add this, and add this, and add this, and add this.
There's just, you can't create too much overwhelm. Like, got to nail that tier 2 product first, because that's where most personal trainers lie.
Yeah.
And then make one below it and probably one beside it.
Yeah.
But then, once you've got those things locked in, there's fucking so many more.
Yeah.
You can just draw out. Was it like horizontally? You can just draw out that revenue base
so much.
Yeah.
Which
we talked about ages ago, and then we just we're like nah, and honed in on this has to be the thing. We have to be known for this.
Yeah.
I think we just got too caught up in
someone told us our ship was too busy.
Yeah, and I think we got too hung up on the service has to be the absolute best, so we just kept making that one thing the best.
Yeah.
Which was obviously feeding into our egos as well, because it's let's make it even better. Yeah. Let's make this good product even better. That really cures the ego itch.
Yeah.
When really it should be this is great.
Yeah. What else can we do?
What else can we make beside it, below it, above it?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's that, the ascending transaction model that we've been exposed to in the past is it's great, but these are the problems. It creates these problems. Our solution was we'll just add that.
Yeah.
Whereas it should be something else.
A separate product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then what happens is and we're seeing this now already, and this is obviously leading into how our business is going to change. People already want the solution to that problem because they already have it in their business.
Yeah.
And you're not offering it outside of for us, a really large, broad spectrum, wide scope product. And they're like, I want that thing.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Can I buy that? And you're like, oh, you've got to buy the thing.
Yeah.
No, but I want that.
Yeah.
And they get overwhelmed and
Yeah, and it doesn't... the rest of the stuff doesn't hit.
Correct.
So then the thing that does is it has lesser value.
Yeah.
So you're not essentially solving that direct problem the best way you could.
Yeah.
But we fix.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Lots of things coming soon. But yeah, that was good.
So then day 4, Empire Day. It's just like expansion was cool. So obviously we talk about in our content already failing, which is like you're not like the 3 tiers of business we have is like failing, which is you're not making enough money to stay in the industry. Job, where if you don't go to work, you don't make any money.
Yeah.
Business, someone else could come in and do what you do and you would make money. The way he defined business was like you're still involved in the process of the business making money.
The business has to grow. You are directly involved in the growth of the business.
Yeah. Versus what he's called is empire, but
the business can grow without you.
Referred to as investor also.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right term still, because you're still like a puppeteer almost. Like you're still not puppeteer. That's a very terrible word for it. Still like conducting what's happening. You're just further away. So the analogy he used was like you have and it was awesome for personal training. When you start out as a PT, you want to be the best personal trainer, which he was using basketball, and was like, you be the star player.
You want to be the best player on the team.
You're sinking buckets. Then it's like, okay, so the only way I can't shoot all of the buckets, so I've got to go do something else. So what's my next step? It's like I become the coach. So now I can control what our team is doing and direct the team to all, and then collectively everyone will score more points, will win more games.
Yeah.
Then his next step was like, own the league.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So then you can watch multiple different games at the same time and coordinate what's happening within them. Not that any high-level sport like that would ever be manipulated by the owners. So yeah, I think that was cool to be like, okay, so the ultimate goal is to be in a position where you're not pulling the strings anymore.
Yeah.
I think for most personal trainers, and just like we spoke about this while away, that like most people would just be like, it's too, what? Like, it's probably too far away.
Yeah. Even the people there were just like, what is happening?
Excuse me? Yeah. You mean I just go once a month? I don't understand. So yeah, I think most PTs right now are still probably working to be running a business.
Yeah.
And then if you've got a team in place, you've got a whatever, it's like for us at least, where we're at now is like, how do we build that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is really interesting. So I guess like a little sneak into what we're doing. We've always wanted to expand the brand. I reckon would have been 2020. I wrote on my whiteboard like a mind map of the businesses that I saw us, I guess, having.
I reckon it was earlier than that, but yeah.
Maybe.
It would have been around the gym, man, when we were about to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, so 19 then.
Yeah.
So it was like, we're going to have these 5 arms to the STC brand.
Yeah.
And we're going to cover every possible element that you could need as an athlete, trainee, and then as a trainer.
Personal trainer, yeah.
A business owner.
Fitness business owner, yeah.
Yeah. And the only reason we haven't up till now is like, I just thought we needed capital.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to pay someone for some of those roles, like $100,000 a year as a salary before anything else. It's another Instagram page. It's another business. It's another website. It's another fucking podcast if we need to. Like, at the time I was like, we'll just duplicate everything because this is working and we'll just do that. And then I was like, well, we can't because we're in the business.
Yeah, we're still doing the thing.
So you can't do that. It was impossible.
Yeah.
So essentially what we're introduced to was a way to do that.
Yeah.
Which is fucking cool. So one of them that we're leaning into at the moment is white labeling. So we've already struck a couple of partnerships, more to come, hopefully.
Yep.
Of people who have products that solve problems for our clients that we don't need to reinvent because they're really good at it.
Yeah.
And we can sell it. Or we can provide it to our to our clientele.
Yeah.
That's a nicer way to say
Prospect
it.
base.
Yeah. So that's exciting in and of itself. And that just like brought down so much resistance and so many walls to just be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
We don't need $500,000 in the bank to make this happen. Let's just pull triggers. So that's been really exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Any takeaways? I feel like I spoke all about those last 2 days.
I think
I'm caffeinated
the
now.
leadership part was in one of those days as well, because that was really interesting as well. Like,
Yeah, that was hilarious.
the type of entrepreneur you are first, and then the type of leader you are as well.
Yeah.
Like, the type of leader, especially like the chaos conductor, just like comes in and just says, "This is what should be done," and then just walks away.
Yeah. The old Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and then the runner was just like, "This is how I do it, and this is what happens. And if you can't keep up with me, learn how to."
Yeah. Which meant, Jason was in eye line from me, maybe like 10 people away.
Yeah.
Which I was just like side-eyeing him like, sound familiar, bro?
Yeah. And it was like what? Autocratic, associative, or collaborative, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, I definitely lean towards collaborative.
Yeah, there was another one that was really you. I can't remember which one it was. There's a couple of more. But the cool part of it was like, because I was like, went into the weekend like, I'm going to have to change the way I lead.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. He's like, just put other people in that think the way that you don't.
Correct.
You know, so,
and that work well with that leadership type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which, if we look at the past now, many of our frustrations
have been...
has been that we've come in as chaos conductors and sprinters expecting people to respond that needed a different relationship. And now we look at the team now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and if we were to get somebody in now, like we would have to be more looking at, a certain personality type.
Yeah, that's going to be able to
work well with the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, because obviously there needs to be flexibility and ownership from the leader themselves, but you can't
change the way people think and behave.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying.
Your default setting is going to be your default setting.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and I can't see myself changing into a situation where I just become this like fucking ultra visionary, collaborative dude where I'm just like, all right, now tell me what everybody thinks and let's get this done. It's just like, this is how you do it.
Yeah, which is what it's funny because that's why we work together, because that's my side and your side.
Correct.
It's like the vision and the collab, and then you're the like, I'm gonna go do it really quickly.
This is how you do it.
And then you over there do it too.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I think there's some parallels there. I know I'm just like trying to pull it back to PT a bit, but there's parallels there to your client base.
Yeah.
So some people get upset that like maybe someone leaves and goes to another coach, or like they're looking at their client base and it's not working and all that sort of stuff. And we lately, particularly with the online business, or if you're attracting your clientele through some kind of online means, being yourself as much as possible. And I know be yourself, but it's like you have to speak the way you speak. You have to express how you communicate behind the marketing. Yeah. Because otherwise your clients won't stay.
Yeah.
Because if you're a collaborative leader, so like my coaching's super collaborative.
Yeah.
Someone comes to me and like, tell me what to do, give me a meal plan and yell at me every week. I'm like, nah. Like all of my clients is like, hey, we've got this date coming up. This is what I'm planning. Tell me what you think. Is there anything that we're missing? First week of the program, what do you think? Do we need to change anything? Is this working? Blah, 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 blah. Thankfully, and that like I work with people who are experienced and know their way around the gym, so that works really well.
Yeah.
But if you're not that person,
it's not gonna work.
You're gonna leave after 12 weeks and be like, oh, like we just never fucking got
really
anywhere.
Push me,
and I've heard that in consults. Oh, my last coach just didn't really push me. I'm like, I'm not gonna either. Straight away, like not your fucking dad. Like,
if you don't want to be here and show up for yourself, like
correct,
it's probably not gonna work.
Yeah, and there was a leadership style that was like it
was autocratic. It was just like,
do what you fucking self.
Yeah. Do the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or else.
Yeah. So if you're that person, that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't pretend not to be in your content.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have people come in and then you're going to be frustrated that they don't do what they're told. And you're posting like 3 tips for motivation in the gym. And then they come in and sign up and you're like, go to the fucking gym. And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even like, when you kind of get little bits of feedback, like the whole like, oh, I love seeing what you do. It's like, that's the sprinter.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching
you do the thing. Yeah.
And that's like, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
So then they learn off not just what you're showing them in their plan, but what you're doing and living by. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I used to have this like big ego around like always saying we with my clients.
Yeah.
And like they're never my athletes.
Yeah.
It's like someone I'm working with and all that. I'm like, I try really hard to stay in that zone.
Yeah.
We're doing this. No, you achieved the result. You did the work. Like when someone's like, oh, it's all thanks to you. I'm like, you would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
I just gave you the framework. I've always pride myself on that.
Yeah.
And that's because I'm collab. If you're if you're the like fucking do as you're told person.
Yeah, I got this result with this person.
Correct.
Yeah. They wouldn't have got it without me.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily, now I look at it, I'm like, it's not wrong, it's just a different style.
Yeah, and you're just going to attract different
and
person.
some people need that.
Yeah, yeah.
As the person subscribing to the
definitely
to the leader.
And you can bounce between some, like there'll be different settings where, like, don't think you're just fixed in one of those. There's no difference to mindsets, right? You bounce around in certain circumstances and situations, socially, professionally, whatever.
Yeah.
Because like I can sit here and just like do a really big brainstorm on like what we should do as a business.
Yeah.
And where we should go. So that's visionary shit.
Yeah.
And it's like I still message you like we should do this.
Yeah.
You know, have you thought of this idea?
Yeah.
So it's like there's times when you'll be a visionary, and then there's times where you might be autocratic in your business. That's like, Tam, this has to get fucking done now.
Yeah. Usually when I'm really tired, that version comes out of me.
Yeah, it's just shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who you're talking to as well. Like,
yeah.
I find when I talk to Jess, I can just do the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not me leaning into just being an asshole. It's just like someone who receives minimal words and does the thing.
Yeah.
Has like initiative.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I'm planning to do. Tell me what you think and blah, blah, blah. It's like, this needs to get done. And this is what I think we should do. If you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of...
It's so funny because like you have those conversations with Jess and then I have tell me where you're at, what you want, what direction you want to go with. Are you happy with this? Are you happy with that? Yes. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, now we go sprint mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a Loom video of how to do it. Go do it.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. Even our balance to the same person works.
Yeah, once I worked out that I didn't have to dance around
I'll go
the
to
stuff,
do it. Yeah, yeah.
and like she just did the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this needs to get done now.
Yeah. We love Jess. Team Jess.
The best. The best. Another valued member of the team.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Valuable weekend. We've responded very favorably.
Yeah.
There was 2 hours minimum of every day that wasn't needed. And our logic couldn't see past that.
Probably would have said 6. But
yeah. But we reflected on it and I'd still do it again.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For where we're at.
I think we just, doing it again, you just be prepared for what's coming.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it again now, but like I'm saying, like if someone said, you know what I mean? Like the lessons that you got from it, would you do it? Yeah. I can see how if you were lower in business or sooner along the line in business, that would be too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one specifically for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it would just be overwhelming as well.
Yeah.
I can't see many people coming out of that like who were sitting around us and having the effect that they did.
Yeah.
The week after.
Yeah. It just might be enough, I guess, to like start something though. Like
it makes you think differently.
Yeah.
You see the world differently.
Correct. Yeah, you can't unsee it after that.
No. So it will affect people in different ways, but it's still worth it.
Yeah.
You just got to take heaps of notes, pay attention.
Yeah.
And just magically, what I do now, I go on the internet and I just like fake buy businesses in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is how
would this work?
This is how I would acquire this business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just play with fake outcomes of fake money.
# no money down. Yeah, so I guess keep an eye out for what's
world domination
to come for us. Yeah, we've already got 3 new team members that we will announce inside the next month.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all.
That's for now
so far. But also we're going from essentially what is 2-ish products or services, to 5 services, 15 products.
Yeah.
In the next 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how much modafinil I can find in my house.
How funny is it? Like 2-3 weeks ago, we're like, "Oh, the end of the year's fucking hectic.
Yeah,
couldn't possibly do any more."
Oh.
Yeah, strap yourself in. Well, they say, fucking say yes, work it out later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. We will unpack each of these things as we go.
Probably be a little bit more prepared next time.
Yeah, we hope to bring you guys along the journey in terms of like the changes and everything that we're going to make. So, call to action stuff. Melbourne, I know we've been talking about doing our post with purpose.
Yeah.
Canned it.
Yeah.
It's off.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Y'all didn't buy enough tickets straight away, dogs. So we canned it.
Yeah. We're not mad we're not mad about it.
Yeah, we have a workshop 2 weeks later, so we're just putting all our energy into that. So we're going to do our physique and strength programming workshop on the 24th and 25th of November. At this stage, it'll be in Cheltenham. So make sure the tickets are already up. They're $4.99. It's fucking stupid cheap. Yeah. We just said the 10X.
Whole programming models for both sides, strength and body composition. It's crazy.
I presented a third of it in Standout yesterday. And there was maybe 15 people in the room. I've had 5 people actually reach out and just be like, that was incredible. I'm deleting all my programs and starting again. Advanced coaches that have teams and shit that have said that. So
it's good.
It's really, really good. We're really happy with it. We've developed it over a really long period of time. So if you're in Melbourne or you can get to Melbourne in November, we've got some people traveling from interstate already that I know, which is cool. So get your tickets on link in bio, I think. I think there's a link to events in there. Go straight to the Eventbrite. If not, just search us. Search us on Eventbrite and you'll find it.
Yeah.
If not,
drop it in the show notes.
Or you could just DM us. Yeah. That'd probably be the easiest way, and I'll just give you the fucking link. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you for Pillow Talk in a week's time. Bye.